Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to perform CRUD operation in a Ruby on Rails application. So let's get started. So first let's create a Ruby on Rails application. So here you can see this is the command to run Ruby on Rails. Now if you have Ruby on Rails properly set up, you don't need to run this rb env exec. You can directly run Rails new and whatever is your app name. But in my case, like I am facing some issue which I couldn't really resolve. That's why I have to install a Ruby version manager, and that's why I need to add this every time I want to run a Ruby on Rails command. So I'll just create one app. I'll just press enter and let it create the app for us. Now this might take a bit of time, so feel free to fast forward the video if you feel like. So I'll just wait for this to finish now, and in the meantime I can just open the application inside VS Code. So here you can see it is creating the project for us. So as you can see, it has finished in creating the project for me. So I'll just clear this out. Next we need to create a task model which is kind of like a table inside a database so that we can perform CRUD operations on it. Okay guys, so the next step is we just have to open our terminal. So first we need to create a model. It's basically like what we need to store it inside our database, kind of like a table. So like I mentioned, again I have to write rb env exec, but maybe you don't have to write this. You can just start writing from Rails generate model. I will name it as task. You can give it whatever name you feel like. And what all things task will have, it will have a name of data type string, then it will have a description as well of data type text, and then a position of type integer, and completed as well colon boolean. Okay, and then just press enter, so it will create everything for us. So yeah, let's just wait for a second. Then after this we need to run the migrate command for our database so that it can create the proper migration for our task. So I don't know why it's taking so much time. Feel free to fast forward the video if you like, but should have been completed by now. So yeah, this is done with unknown type string. Okay, I forgot to add a space between string and description, so I'll just add one space and I'll click on enter. Okay, so this is done. Next, like I said, we need to do data migration. So rb env exec Rails, and here we just write db colon migrate. Okay, and I'll just press enter. Again, you can, I think if you have Rails setup, you can directly run Rails db colon migrate. I just need to add rb env exec. Okay, so this is done. Then we need to go to config, go to routes.rb, and here we need to add resources. So we don't need to define each and everything inside routes.rb, like Rails is smart enough to do it for us. So here we can just do resource tasks, and here we can just do a do block. I'll press on enter, and here I will just do member do, and again I'll press enter. I'll here just do get delete. Okay, and here we'll just end our member do and one end for our this as well. Command S to save it. Then we need to write some code. So for that we need to go to app views layouts. Okay, not layouts, I guess. Let me check where is the code for it. I think we need to create those layout files by us. Let's see. Okay, so in this views we need to create a folder called tasks, and here we need to create few HTML files. Sorry, not this. Inside this task we need to create few HTML files. So first one is index.html.erb. I'll copy this Okay, second one is show.html.erb. So I'll just change this to show.html. Next one is new.html.erb, and I'll just rename this to new. Next one is delete.html.erb. So I'll just press this. And last one would be edit.html.erb. Now, just to save time, what I will do, I will write down all this code and I'll come back and explain it to you one by one. Okay, so the first one is index.html.erb. So first here I have added a link tag, link to, which is basically like an anchor tag, and here where I want to anchor it to. So here I am going to task index, which is this page itself. Then I have just created a div tag of class task index. I have given it some style, and here again we are linking it to add new task path as well. So here you can see we are going to action new. Now these are all predefined things when we create a model inside Ruby on Rails, so we don't have to worry about it. Then here I have just created an h2. Here I have created one table, so one for task, whether it was completed, and this last is for actions. And here we just loop over it. So I'm just displaying the position, name, completed, and what all actions we want. So actions are like show that task, edit that task, and delete that task. Okay, so simple till here. Then for show, we have this show.html.erb. Again, I have just created this link to go back to task path. And here you can see we have this edit and delete option as well. Then here I have just created one table. Here we are just displaying the task name, task position, task completed, and task description as well. So hopefully things are clear till here for you. Then we need to go to new.html.erb. Here so this is for creating a new task. Again the same thing, link to go back. And here again we are creating a form for task. Okay, and here I have just named one text field for name, one text field for position, one checkbox for completed, and one text area for our description. And this is the form button which will help us to submit that particular form for us. So hopefully things are clear till here for you now. You don't need to use this table. Again, it's just for layout purpose I have used this particular table. Then we have this delete.html.erb file as well. Again, this is just a link to tag. Here we have this task delete. Then we just do a form for we pass the delete method to it, and here we just display the task name. Here we have that particular button, and we just on click of it we submit the delete task method. And last one is edit.html.erb. again the same thing, to go back. And here we have this form. Again, with the help of this we are displaying a table. So text field for name, text field for position, for completed, and for description. And here is our submit button. Then we need to go to the controller. So here you can go to controllers. So I think we need not sure, I think this should have been created for us, but maybe it's a new thing where it doesn't create the controller for us. So we just need to create a controller called task_controller.rb. okay, so here inside controllers we just have to create a new file, name tasks_controller.rb. And here I'll just paste some code. Let's go through it one by one. So first here we have this application controller. Then here we first define this index function, and here we just get all the tasks which we have. This is for show, for finding a particular task when we have the id. This is for creating a new task, just task.new. And this another function for creating the actual task. So we get the task parameters which we have. If it is saved, then redirect to task path, otherwise render a new. Then next one is for edit, where we take the id. Next one is for update, where we find the task by its id. Then we just do task.update, task params, redirect to task path, passing the task to it, and else we just render the edit function. Then here is one for delete, for getting the task, and for destroy as well. So once we have the task, we just destroy it and redirect to task path. And here we have defined this task param as well, which is a private thing which we were using over create as well as update. So here you can see we are taking the name, position, completed, and description. So I think that should be it. Let's see whether this runs or not. Okay, now to run it, all we need to do is go back to our terminal, and I'll just paste this, and this will start running our application. So yeah, let's just wait for this to finish. Okay, so as you can see, our application is running fine. So I have just opened our port 3000, and this is the default thing which we see. But if you go to slash task, you should see the task which we have created. So you have to go to port 3000 slash tasks, and here I can just click on add a new task. Let's see whether it works or not. I'll just name it as task 1, position is 1, it is completed, and for description again I'll just name it as task 1 description, and I'll click on create task. Okay, so it has created the task for me. Let's create one more task. I'll just name it as task 2. I'll click on completed, task 2 description, and position it is task 2. Sorry, not a position, should be an integer, right? So I'll just name it as 2. Now suppose if I want to delete task 1, so I can just click on delete over here. It will sorry, it will just redirect me to task/1/delete, and I can just click on delete task, and it has deleted the task for me. If I want to click on show, here you can see it is showing the task for me as well, and it allows me to edit the task as well. So suppose instead of 2, I'll just name this as 3, this as 3 as well, this as 3, and I'll uncheck this as well. I'll click on edit task, and here you can see it has edited. I'll click on back to list, and here you can see now it is displaying task 3. So hopefully you got the point. One more thing which I just want to show you guys quickly. So the thing which I wanted to show you was this particular thing. Some of you might be confused like where this task path and all these things are coming from. Like this actually depends on the model which you create. So this is just a simple chart which I have got. So here you can see we had created task, right? So it has an action of index, and this is the URL path, URL helper. Similarly for task ID as well, which is show task path, so this would be the action. Similarly for task new, task create, task edit, update, delete, and destroy as well. So this chart is very important in case if you are confused from where all this task path, new task path, all these actions are coming from. So these are predefined in Ruby on Rails, so we as a developer don't have to worry too much about it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.